So on Sunday it is the big one. It's Rangers versus Celtic at Ibrox. Now I was at the last game at Parkhead, and before I went there I was thinking I'd take a draw. We get a draw and I was utterly disappointed by it. I still believe it was due to Morelos when he nutmegged Scott Brown. He could have then crossed the ball in. He chose not to and he passed the ball into the side net. But then again, I guess selfishness is a trait that you want in your main striker, otherwise they're not going to score that many goals. But this time round, again, I've been lucky enough to get myself a ticket. And the big debate about this time is whether people want to see Cummings start or Morelos start. If Murty does go for a one striker and then chooses to have one of the two on the bench, people were discussing that perhaps they wanted Morelos to start because they know what his work rate's like. They know he can put pressure on players when he's not on the ball. They know he can run into spaces and they know he drops back. But other people were saying that he may have been started all season, but Jason Cummings has just banged in a hat-trick. The match before an Old Firm, and if ever a player is going to make a statement and if ever they're going to get into the team, it's going to be by scoring a hat-trick or by playing well, scoring goals before a big match. So Murty's got a big predicament, really. Now, in the last game, he did play Morelos and Cummings together, but by formation, it looked like he put Cummings on the wing. But after the game, he came out and said, I didn't want him to play on the wing. I told him to play more as an inside forward, and he played that role very, very well. I have to agree with him. I mean, how can you not, particularly after banging in a hat-trick? But he was exactly where he was meant to be, and also he was where he should have been, should he needed to have regained possession to run back and defend. He did that well as well a couple of times during the game. It was in the right position just for the team as well. But like I said, with what I'm trying to say here is that I haven't done this for a while, as you can tell, is in the last Old Firm, Morelos, I think, was instrumental to us, not just because of his attacking prospects, but also because he was running back, he was putting pressure on people, and if he even thinks about barging into you, you're not going to win that tussle. His strength is just phenomenal, as is his heading. He can be a target man despite his height. He's basically all of these things put into one. Now, the only thing that he perhaps lacks that Jason Cummings has shown that he has is perhaps Jason Cummings is more lucky or more precise when it comes to finishing. But for me personally, I would love to see them both starting, because if Jason Cummings, if it was to be, for example, a 4-4-2, which I highly doubt it would be, then Jason Cummings could perhaps stay up top whilst Morelos could track back, help out the defence, and he still have it in his engine to run up and obviously go on the attack. I really like Morelos' stamina now. At the start of the season I didn't. I thought he ran out of breath too quickly. But now I realise that he's just a bit of a powerhouse, particularly in the stamina tank. But I really do understand when fans say they want one or the other on the bench. I get that. However, I would like to see them both put together. Whilst people say if it ain't broken, don't fix it, I completely agree with that. But if we have them both on at the same time, with a Celtic side the way they're at this point in time, we know they're weakened. Surely that would increase our chances of winning. Last time round, the reason why we played so well, in my opinion, was because Candeas in particular as a winger and all of the team as a whole, they stayed tight to their men, they pressured, they made sure people like Scott Brown didn't have time when they were on the ball. Celtic kept on getting the ball, turning round and passing it back. Even from things like a Celtic goal kick, they'd be so tight on their men that they wouldn't have a good goal kick to take. Obviously, there were shots from Scott Sinclair, but quite pish-poor ones, really. He should have. One of them was pretty much an open goal that he missed, but that is going to happen in a football game. No matter how well you play, you watch some of the best teams play, and there's always going to be an attempt on goal. But I feel like if we just keep the way that we were last time, i.e. pressurising, but perhaps this time we should be more offensive, because we now know that they're not invincible. They have lost a few games this year, and I would love us to put the final nail in their coffin for losing games by losing to us, because we know how much that would mean to them. Now, do I think we can win the league by points? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Even if Celtic do lose to us, they could win every other game, and they still finish, 6 points ahead or 3 points ahead? And at the moment, they are a game in hand as well. So there's a lot of things to remember about this game. But to be honest, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm going to be sitting by the Union Bears. And I don't know... people should know by now that I support the Union Bears. But I would like to come back with at least a sense of hearing. I want to talk to my dad about the game and my experience with it. I like to hear his voice. So if they could maybe go easy on me, that would be great. I'm sure I'll be joining in with that. But like I said, I'm thoroughly excited. I'm not sure about other fans' opinions though. Everyone seems to be divided on that, and I was a bit shocked as to see that. A lot of people seem to prefer Morelos, prefer Cummings already. They like his character, they like his celebration, they like the fact that he tries and he scores goals. but other people are just perfectly loyal to Morelos. You can understand both sides. Right, so this time round, I've rambled on a bit. I haven't done this for a while. I've lost my touch if I had one anyway. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, and above all, comment below if you're going to the game, and also what has been your favourite Old Firm moment. I know some fans would tell me off for calling it the Old Firm. Even Rangers fans have done that to me before. But yeah, your favourite Old Firm moment, go for it. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe for more.